In another part of the shed is a collection of 1900 to 1920 cars, mainly Fords and Chevs. But they're all in pretty much original condition, so let's have a look at some of these. So we've got a Rugby, that's pretty rare. In fact, Rugby made trucks. You might remember our little story with Calvin Chetaway. His father started with a Rugby truck, and here we have a Rugby car and the Ford Model A, the Chev equivalent. Further up, another Ford, another Chev. I just see the Chev little temperature gauge on the front here has got wings, and they come across the way here, and the Ford have got a little bar thing, I guess, so you can undo it a lot easier. Now this has got a brass radiator, and I guess being brass, the water circulates a lot better, doesn't go rusty, having water through it, I suppose. But there was a stage when the Ford, and I think this might be a Model T, yep, there was a brass stage, and then we've got Chev. The grill's got a lot bigger, maybe the engine's got bigger or something, and the 1925 this says, and it's got a smaller grill. And an AA Chev. Now there you go. They had remember the Fords had an AA truck. We saw one in just the other day down in Tauranga. Belongs to Joe Scott. And here's an AA Chev car. Another one across the way. And I just like the way that they've all got this little split windscreen arrangement. So you could obviously you could open this up if it got a bit too hot. The old Maori air conditioning. And a lot of the cars of the period had this type of headlight. Not that they did much on 6 volts. You probably, after about 10 o'clock, I think you wouldn't have any lights at all. The battery just would die. But you try to get home by 8 o'clock. But it's just an interesting bit of history in this room. And right here we've got another old Chev, and it's got a bonnet pretty much similar to what the Clampetts have. Just a little roundy looking bonnet. But again, it's got the little angel wings, if you like. Maybe this is an older version or a younger version of the temperature gauge on the front of that. But doesn't that just look absolutely cute? And it says here, vintage and post-vintage swap meet, Pukekohe. And it looks like it's got 29th, it says, national in 206, and it's the most original. So it's got a prize for the most original Chev at that particular show. Isn't it absolutely stunning? And in another shed we've got some more Fords and Chevs, and look at this beautiful old V8, 1935, 1936, 1937. And the one with this grille we're going to look at shortly, because this particular grille was in a coupe, was the first of the transport department's traffic cars. And we're going to go and find the guy that's got it, and we'll have a chat to him about that. And another thing to note about these Fords is during the 30s the back started to slope, and this is a pretty good illustration here with the 35, 36, 37 compared to the black car in the foreground, which is 1928 or 29. So through the 30s they've started to slope a bit, and of course as time comes forward they start to get a bit more streamlined, so the airflow and all that sort of thing is taken into account, so they get better fuel economy. But how many? There's 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. There's probably about 22 cars in here. Just absolutely amazing. History just sitting in this lovely shed looking after itself.